Alright, hello folks, Flat Picking Tunes, tuning in. Late at night, decided let's just do like a chill, relaxed video on some basic stuff. I know a lot of people like the style of music I like, the old hillbilly stuff, the good flat picking stuff. Doc Watson is probably the best flat picker in the whole world. It's the way that I grew up playing, very similar in that he wasn't necessarily the fastest or the most fanciest, but he chose his notes wisely and made, what he did play on the guitar make it say something. I always say that you can play 100 notes or you can play 5 good ones, and I think he resonated with that as well, and it appears obvious when he plays something such as like Beaumont Rag, where a lot of people might play 100 notes. He can simplify it. You can make it sound really good with just a few. You know, you can get fancy too. You could do all that, which sounds good too, but sometimes you could play 5 notes. So choose your notes and your sounds wisely. Don't always think speed is better. Speed has its place for sure, but there's going to be times where you could just kind of relax, take things slow, and kind of like just, Santana does this as well. You don't have to play a bunch of notes. You have to play the right ones. Anyhow, I wanted to take a look at a guitar lick that Doc always did, and really any flat picker. It's called the good old G lick, right? Or G run. Billy Strings would play it like that, more pull-offs and pull-ons. I play it more like this. I don't play it the way I like to play it. So typically these are the notes. After that, the next thing would be the D, open. So I think this guitar lick, my personal preference, sounds better when you skip the D and go to the G note first. That open G. After you walk up on the A, hit an upstroke on the G string, and then go back to the D string on the 2nd fret, and then back to the G. So it's like you're skipping forward, you're skipping ahead to just come back and then go forward again. It's the best way to explain it. You're like rushing the guitar lick, but you're coming back and hitting that D string on the 2nd. So instead of so you're playing, you're skipping, and then you're having to go back. Like you skipped ahead, right? And then you came back, and you're like, oh, I forgot a note. I don't know. These are subtle nuances and things that I hear because my ear won't. It just picks up on everything. So when I hear somebody play, I'm like, oh, that's the way they're playing this or that or the other. And to me, that good old G lick right there, Bluegrass, that notorious Bluegrass lick, that's probably the first lick that everyone learns when they come into bluegrass picking or flat picking guitar, acoustic guitar. So that's the way I like to play that guitar lick. And of course, once you learn it in G, you got to learn it everywhere. So in that case, in C, and you don't always have to start with the root note like this. You don't always have to. You just sometimes see. But if you're in C, now the note you skip to after you walk on the D string, 1st and 2nd, you're gonna that upstroke note will be the B string on the 1st fret. You got to make sure you go ahead and fret it though first. See, you need to get quick on there, because if it comes quick, you don't have your chord ready, then you're going to be missing the note. See, you got to have that index there quick. And that's that little syncopation type of deal with this lick. If you can get used to doing this, so just down, up, down, up, down, up. Keep doing it. That's the sequence there, and that is across the board for whatever key you're playing in, whether it be G, C, or even F. See there? There's a root note there on the E. That's another thing I really advocate. Music is about harmony, right? A lot of times when you're playing rhythm for somebody, something simple like that, adding the thumb to that root, to that low string, really adds a lot of depth and color to your playing. And these are things that are really important. The small, subtle nuance, it makes a difference in your playing. People notice it. It's not necessary if you're just beginning and learning, but once you have a few years of experience, you can spice your rhythm up by adding in some nice little bass runs or chord progressions, right? This is a random guitar lesson, so it's all over the place. So for instance, C, adding that pinky there, adding that pinky on that G string on the 3rd fret. The note here is, that's what you're adding. Gives it that nice little blues touch, adds some color to it. Doc Watson does this a lot. For instance, if he's playing a C, he'll kind of brush that in there, add that in there for some color. Hear that? And then walk up, and then you're hitting that note. So there's a cool little tip right there for your C chord. Add that pinky in there. It's sitting there anyway. You don't have to play it the whole time. Just, you know, just color up your chords. So yeah. Another cool thing I like to do, this is a trick that kind of just comes naturally. I started playing this, especially if you're moving from C to G. And if you're into bluegrass music, there's about 100 tunes where you're doing that. So say you're in C and you want to find a way with some style to leave C to go into G, and then you don't want to do that basic. Here's what you could do, something like this. And you don't have to go into a traditional G, but you can go into I forget what it's called, G flat or something. It's basically your regular G is here, and then you're bringing that pinky up to the D string, and it's literally only this, 3 strings. Same G, just move that up to the D on the 3rd. What you could do, so you're in C, literally just, and it'll be an upstroke. Sometimes it's hard to hit it when you're playing rhythm. So upstroke and hammer on from your D string, 2nd fret, D string. And this is upstroke with the right hand if you're right-handed. And then walk down. And I'm actually doing 2 upstrokes right there. It comes out easier that way. So this is upstroke, and then walk back with the upstroke. See? Upstroke, upstroke, and then downstroke. Anyway, some good little tips there. See? Another thing you can do is, instead of just switching chords, use some bass runs. So if you're going from C to A, you're at C, add a little bass trend. Open A, walk, open A, and then 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. 4 notes. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. See, if you walk up, you got this barred. And then you can even walk up to D. Hear Doc Watson do that all the time. Anyway, hope that's a short little random tutorial lesson on a bunch of different things. But anyhow, hope you all have a good day. Keep playing your guitar. Don't ever stop. Yeah, what else? Beginner tips. Get a medium guitar pick, preferably a Fender's guitar pick. This is a heavy. I think that medium guitar picks work the best. They have a little bit of dexterity, and but they have enough grit, enough thickness in the guitar pick to have some good tone. People ask what strings I like. So this is a D18 Golden Era, but I like the John Pierce strings the best. They're actually really cheap. They're like $7, I think. But I like the medium light gauge. Those work pretty good on most guitars. For any viewers that have been asking, quite a few people asking if I have Patreon or anything like that, I do have PayPal up, so that is all working. If any of the loyal subscribers want to throw a couple dollars, that would be much appreciated. We will be getting some things for the studio to up my game when it comes to video production here. I want to put out like the best quality videos. I want to get a camera eventually soon, and a mic, and a few things just to make the volume, the audio, and the visual a lot better. So yeah, the PayPal is up now, and thank you to all the supporters that donated today in the lives. That was really appreciated, and yeah, just kind of mind-blowing. It's awesome to get some recognition, So yeah, that's another point, is to start. I'm doing YouTube lives now. I'm dedicating time towards that. Lord willing, I'll do one tomorrow. I'm trying to do 2 a day, but if I can get 1 in a day, it'll probably be Pacific time, at least 5 o'clock, 6, somewhere after dinner or something like that at night. Ideally, I'd like to get on and do live at like 2 p.m. most days, and I'm trying to hit it around that spot, 2 p.m. live, and then do another live at like 7. I'm finding that's like when most people are engaged. What else? Yeah, so that's just a little update there for y'all. If you want to, and the lives are really laid back. It's just kind of like very non-formal at all. Just show up. I tell people show up with their guitars. We could learn a little bit of guitar licks and just talk whatever, movie stuff, whatever. No politics. Yeah, come and learn a guitar lick, whatever, chat in the live. That's always fun. Sometimes we get some haters. Sometimes it's all good, But yeah, you can definitely learn something on there. People were learning licks today on the live, so I play a lot of simple, basic bluegrass licks for beginners. A lot of beginners out there, and I love teaching beginners. They're the easiest to teach because they haven't been taught wrong by instructional videos and all kinds of stuff that tends to overcomplicate something. A lot of times people just need to learn the lick. That's what beginners want. They want to learn the song. They want to learn the guitar run. So I can show you that. At least when it comes to flat picking. Anyway, I'll get out of here. God bless everyone.